The melody.
Yeah. Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, yeah, Under the Lights.
Woo! Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. I'm your host, Big Mike, and as you can see right now, I'm solo dolo. I'm waiting on Jordan. I told y'all, anytime Jordan late, I'm going to let y'all know that he fucking late. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be here, and he ain't here right now. So I'm rocking the solo dolo myself, you know what I mean? Maybe he might pop in, maybe he will not, you know what I mean? But shit, we're going to move on. We had an exciting weekend of sports, you feel what I'm saying? But before I get into that, man, viewers right now, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button so y'all can be up to date with all things Under the Lights. Anytime we drop something, you will know about it. You feel what I'm saying? Happy Monday to everybody. You feel what I mean? Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody is safe and sound, ain't get too drunk and fucked up and fighting and everything else, drinking and driving, all of that goofy shit, man. So hopefully y'all here to see another day. You know what I mean? For the ones that you did lost, condolences to you. You feel me? But you know what I mean? I'm here to talk sports, so you know I ain't gonna keep wasting y'all time. But man, like I said, we had a great weekend of basketball. You know what I mean? College women's basketball. We had Uconn win their 12th national title. You feel what I'm saying? We got Houston in Florida in the men's national title game. Houston upset Duke. We had them boys out there in L.A., Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves go out there and kill it out there in OKC on the road, a blowout win. You know what I mean? So it was a good weekend for basketball. You feel what I mean? And I want to go ahead and get into some of that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to keep wasting y'all time. I'm going to go ahead and start. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and start, with the women's basketball. You feel what I'm saying? And people that know me, you know what I mean, they know I rock with, you know what I'm saying? I rock with, South Carolina. And South Carolina went out there, got their ass beat. You feel what I'm saying? They got their ass beat, you know what I mean? But they got beat, by a great team, great organization in the Uconn Huskies, man. They did their thing, and it was a blowout victory. Let me fix this camera, man. Sorry about that, man. Nah, but they had a great Uconn had a great win, a blowout win against South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? The defending champs. You feel what I'm saying, from last year. You know what I mean? It was a great performance by Uconn, bro. You know what I mean? They went out there, did their thing. We know Paige Beckers is the best player on the team. She's the best player on the team, but she didn't have to show that, you know what I'm saying, yesterday in the big win that they had, because, they got other players on that team that could go out there and get busy as well. You know what I mean? So, what are your thoughts on UConn's dominating performance? Listen, like I said, man, I got two names for you right now. We know Paige Beckers is going to be the number one overall pick in the draft. She like that. She can ball, right? But I'm going to tell you something. Two names, Sarah Strong and Ezzie Thud. You know what I'm saying? Sarah Strong, 10 of 15, 24 points, 15 rebounds. 24 points and 15 rebounds and 5 assists. 3 blocks. She's a big, man, and she could change the game offensively with her work on the offensive end, and her work on the defensive end. Because she had 3 blocks. Chicks coming to the rim, swinging that shit out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? So she had her effect on the game offensively and defensively, right? And then you talk about Ezzie Fudd. Man, listen, she is a dog. 9 of 17, 24 points as well, 5 rebounds. She a draft prospect too, a high draft prospect. She's a hooper, a real hooper. I'm talking pull-up game. You know what I'm saying? She can pat the ball, pull up, mid-range, get to the rim, and she playing defense. Coach Gino Oriama, he gonna coach both sides, so he bring that type of shit as well, man. You feel what I mean? Like, Ezzie Fudd is a dog, bro. Like I said, we know Paige Beckers. She was 17 points. That's not Paige Beckers wasn't the best player on the floor yesterday, and they bench gave him 13 points. You know what I mean? Paige Beckers was not the best player on the court, and she didn't have to be. So, you're not gonna win them all. You know what I mean? South Carolina, Coach Don Staley, Coach Philly Don, three-time national champ. You feel what I'm saying? Didn't get it done this year, and they got their ass whooped, man. I think the better team won. The thing is, with South Carolina, they had no starters in double digits, and that's just a testament, you know what I'm saying, to the defense as well. For UConn, they only had 2 bench players that had double-digit points. Your starters ain't got double-digit points. There's something, it ain't going to go your way at all. If you're going to have to depend on your bench, you know what I mean, and only 2 players giving you double digits, which was only 10 points. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina is good defensively, right? They good defensively, but they lack legit scoring. They lack legit scoring. You know what, y'all? This is Lil Twan. Y'all watch the show. This is Lil Twan. I'm going to answer the phone. I'm going to see what he's talking about. Let me see. Just a second. Here it go. Hello?
Big man.
Yeah. I'm on the show right now, bro. What's up with you?
You on the show? What's up?
We're just talking about this South Carolina and UConn joint.
Oh yeah, I told you what it was gonna be, man.
Yeah, hey y'all, look, LaTuan already said he taking UConn. They the better team this year. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't he ain't hesitated at all. He said UConn, but you know I'm a rock with South Carolina. You know what I mean? But no, I was just saying, little bro. I was just saying that. You know, we know Paige Beckers is the best player on UConn, but she wasn't the best player yesterday, and she didn't have to be because you got girls out there like Sarah Strong and Azzy Fudd. Sarah Strong, 24 points on 10 to 15 from the field, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. She can change the game, and she can affect the game offensively and defensively. Azzy Fudd, 24 points as well on 5 rebounds, a draft prospect that's coming. You know what I mean? Hooper. Pull-up game, get to the rim, all of that shit. You feel me? Bench gave them 13 points, and they did a number on the South Carolina team, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have no starters in double digits. They had 2 girls off the bench in double digits. You feel what I'm saying? So when your starters is not giving you no production, you ain't going to get too far. And I was saying the thing is, South Carolina is good defensively, but they lack legit scoring. Like a consistent, legit scoring like UConn. You got multiple girls out there like Sarah Strong, Azzy Fudd, Paige Beckers, just to name a few. They got that. South Carolina, a lot of times they let their defense turns into offense. They get out there and transition. Now, I ain't saying they ain't got no girls that can't go out there and get some buckets. I'm not saying, you know, they can't make no shots. You got Full Wiley, you got Raven Johnson, you got Chloe Kitts, you know what I'm saying? They can go out there and do some damage, but we're talking about somebody that can go out there and really just take over a game. They ain't necessarily got that, but the defense is what gets them ahead a lot of times in these games. But yesterday, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? UConn went out there and put the pedal to the metal, you know what I mean, and didn't let up. You feel me? And they went out there and got a blowout win. Credit to UConn and Coach Gene Auriemma. We know he's one of the greatest coaches ever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking probably in all sports. You feel what I'm saying? With 12 national titles. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, great win for UConn. Shit, and we'll probably see him again next year. Hopefully, you feel me? Out there again.
Yeah, I was. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was just kind of shocked. You know what I'm saying? That USC was able to put up a better game without their star player, and then South Carolina had all their players, and you go out there and get busted by 20-something points.
Right.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. I knew UConn was gonna win it all when I seen UConn go into South Carolina earlier in the season and put BTA to their ass too as well. Blew their ass out as well, nigga. Earlier in the season, I said, you know what? They gonna win it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Paige Buckers, you know what I'm saying? She been the best player on the team all year long.
For
you know
sure,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And last night, you know what I'm saying, she still had 17, 6, and 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The other girl dominated the brim. 15 rebounds is crazy. You know what I'm saying? 15 rebounds is crazy.
Yeah.
Dominated the rim, and like you said, South Carolina you didn't get no production from their starters, man.
None, bro.
9, 8, 2, 2, and 3. Like it's not enough, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not enough.
It's not enough, and I just knew. I said, man, UConn, man. I said that they gonna win this. They gonna win this whole thing. But I would have had liked to see that matchup because USC had to play. UConn had to play USC to get to where they even was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And Juju got hurt. You know, so I would have had liked to see that matchup.
Me too.
Between them with a healthy Juju, because like I said, they lost by 14 points, and I know Juju is well worth 14-point difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
He's worth a 14-point difference.
Absolutely.
But it's just mind blowing to me that South Carolina is the way better team than USC. And you go out there and get busted by 20 in a national championship game, and USC was able to at least, you know what I'm saying, put together a fight against UConn, you know what I'm saying, without their best player. So it's really damn pitiful, man. Like,
well, I think I think the difference is with USC and South Carolina is the scoring aspect. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to get somebody out there like Juju. Obviously, she got hurt, but I'm just saying, like, throughout the season, like, got somebody like Juju who can go out there and get buckets. They got other girls out there that can go out there and get the buckets too. South Carolina, what they missing is that true scorer or two. Like a true scorer, like with the ball in her hands, could come off screens and shit like that. Today, like a Paige Beckers or a Azzy Fudd or a big like Sarah Strong. If they had a couple more like scorers, like real deal scorers, along with their defense, I think they would have did a lot better. So I think this offseason they probably gonna go ahead and address that. You know what I mean? Trying to get some girls out there that can put the ball in the rim, that can go get their own bucket and create their own shot. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I think the difference lies at.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So now that the Natty has been determined that UConn is the champions, you know, do you think, you know, girls like Paige Buckers and, you know, a couple other girls around, you know what I'm saying, college basketball are going to return for another season, or you think they're going to branch off and go on just sign with the NBA? Because if you look at the circumstances, they're getting more money to be in college, bro, than any WNBA deal is going to offer. So my question to you, you know what I'm saying, do you think girls like Paige Buckers, you know, Juju coming back, you know, but do you think girls like Paige Buckers and Haley Van Lith and girls like that of that aspect is going to return, or they're just going to go to the next level? Because, like I said, these NIA deals is getting these athletes paid way before getting them paid, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Way before, that's what I'm saying. So I just want to know your opinion on that, though, big bro.
Man, you know, bro, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? I think Paige is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you see old girl from Notre Dame. I think it was Notre Dame. You feel me? And she in the transfer portal, and she going somewhere else. And she could go to the draft, this upcoming draft, and she ain't going. So I'm not shocked, but I think Paige gonna go, because I think Paige knows that she will have endorsements. You know what I'm saying? Just like, first of all, she's coming off a national championship. You know what I'm saying? And she's the best player on her team. You know what I mean? And some might say best player in the country. I mean, I take Juju, but I'm not here to debate that. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't here to debate that either.
I ain't here to debate that. But Paige is a dog. She nice. She built like that. She rough. She tough. She ain't backing down from nobody. She don't care who you are. She gonna do what she do. Boom, 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 boom. If she have an off game, cool. But if not, you in fucking trouble. You feel me? But I think Paige knows that she's gonna get endorsement deals, and she's probably already had talks of endorsement deals. She coming off a national championship too, even though she wasn't like player of the game and shit like that. It's still Paige Beckers we talking about. She gonna have endorsements. She gonna look at that endorsement money is gonna be more than the WNBA contract money. You feel me? Right. For all we know, right now as we speak, or even before this, because she's gonna be number 1 overall pick. If she do decide to go, she's gonna be number 1 overall pick. But if she knows right now, she could be already working on the sneaker deal, for all we know. And she looking at that money and knowing what she gonna get as a number 1 overall pick, she gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm cool. Now, if she would have got hurt again or some shit, and she had another year or some shit, she gonna come back. But she had a healthy seat. She got hurt last year, right? Or some shit. Was it last year, year before, some shit. Either way, last year she got hurt previously. Now she had a healthy season and they're coming off a national championship. She going to the league, bro. She going to the league.
Okay. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so it makes sense for Paige Buckers to go because we know she's definitely the top pick. She's gonna be number 1, you know. And out the gate, she's gonna have endorsements. So it does make sense for her. Does it make sense for other girls that might not have her type of, you know, outlook, you know what I'm saying, on getting drafted or just having out would it you know what I'm saying, would it be different for other girls around the country, you know what I'm saying, to return or to go to the WNBA, like, you know?
You know what, bro? I think it all depends on where you come from and your background. You know how we come from shit. You feel what I'm saying? So if that was somebody like us, you know what I mean? I'm going to the I might stay. I might stay if I can get $1 million versus
That's
this.
what I'm saying, because you know the deals and shit with the college kids, you know, these NIL, you know, they offering deals. A lot of money.
Yeah, hell yeah. They offering M's. You feel me? Yeah. So listen, coming from type of shit that we come from, you know what I mean? The WNBA ain't making no money. No money. Right. You feel me? And I don't know if this, look, we don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know if they can just get a grant, $1 billion grant from somewhere. I don't fucking know. But the thing is, they have to put more butts in the seats. They got to start filling. The thing is, ain't nobody dunking on nobody and shit. You gonna have some threes, and you gonna have some. You know, you might have people get crossed, but it ain't it ain't no fast break dunks. Ain't nobody getting dunked on. Ain't nobody throwing oops. Ain't nobody catching dunk tips. You know what I'm saying? It's the if you like if you a basketball fan, you watch WNBA. If you're not a real basketball fan, you're not going to watch WNBA because it doesn't excite you as much as you out there watching niggas out there that can dunk and shit like and explosive and shit like that. You feel me? So I just think it's going, like I told Jordan this before. I said, look, soon you're going to have girls coming. Girls is dunking now. I said, you going evolution, bro. He don't believe me. He don't believe it. You're going to have girls that's coming down the lane dunking. Sooner or later,
we already seen a little spurts of it now.
Yes,
you know.
And I said, I said this 5 years ago, 5-6 years. I was telling my wife, I said, but I'm telling you, in about 10 years, we're gonna see females coming down the lane. I ain't talking about that just on a fast break. And you like, remember how Lisa Leslie had her first dunk, and it was everybody was so, oh my God. You look at that shit now, it's like it's a beginner dunk, and that's cool. It's a beginner dunk. I'm talking about you gonna see females coming down the lane off of a screen and roll and get a dunk in the lane. Right. That's when they gonna be selling out every single game because now it's females out here that's banging, that's dunking. You know what I mean? But even still, we know they ain't getting no money. So coming from like where we come from, I might stay another year because what if I get hurt? What if I get hurt? In the WNBA, you know what I mean? It's a severe injury, and I ain't even got $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Versus me having with this NIL deal, you feel me? Hell, I already got $1 million, and I got a little breathing room. You feel me? So I don't blame. So listen, I think for people like Paige, and you know, if you a top 5, top 10 pick, you feel me? I think, all right, maybe you could go, but even still, it depends on your background, bro. That's what I meant with that.
All right. So before we get out of here, I just want to ask you another question.
Okay.
I just want to ask you another question.
All right.
You see Paige Buckers. Hold on just a second.
Yep.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay,
so you see Paige Buckers go down with, you know, the knee injury last season.
Yeah.
She come back this year, you know, she decides to come back to Uconn, and they take it all the way and win a natty.
Mm-hmm.
Juju is in a similar situation where, you know, she goes down with a knee injury.
Yeah.
Can Juju make this same Cinderella story next season and come back and win a natty just like Paige Buckers did with Uconn this year?
Well, okay, when did Paige get hurt last year? Like what part of the year did she get hurt?
It probably wasn't during it. I think it was before the bracket, maybe before the bracket. It was before the bracket, sure.
You got to think Juju got hurt, like
in the
tournament. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just named 2 females, Sarah Strong and Azzy Fudd, who is ballers out here. You know what I mean? And Uconn, I don't know if they got ballers like that. You feel me? To you know, if you get that far to be able to, you know, help you get over the hump. So I really can't answer that right now, bro, because I don't even know when she's gonna come back. I don't even know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think if she was fully healthy, it's going to depend on, you know what I mean, obviously the type of team you got around you too. Because if Paige didn't have this and she out here with 17 points, that ain't going to get it done. So she gonna have to have, right. You know what I mean? So let's just say Juju did have a pedestrian game, or not she didn't have 25, maybe she had 16 or 17. You feel me? Maybe but if she got other girls on her team that can ball, then yeah, I think she could. So it's just gonna depend on what she working with next year, bro.
Yeah, I would like, me personally, I would like to see this, you know what I'm saying, happen. You know what I'm saying, with Juju, just because it was just so unfortunate.
Yeah.
For her to, you know what I'm saying?
I was sad, bro.
To lose this season. Yeah, it was just so unfortunate for her to go down with that injury and just to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not, you know what I'm saying, not be able to play or finish the tournament, you know what I mean? So right. I would like to see that Cinderella story, me personally, you know what I'm saying?
I would too. I'm gonna tell you something. What I would also like to see is when if you ready, like you ready to go to the league, let them girls go, man. There's no reason Juju should be in college for 4 years.
Right. She was ready last year.
Yeah, she was ready last year. She was ready last year, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Like, come on, dog. If you ready to roll, you ready to go, just be ready to go. I think Juju, she should be the first one. They be like, you know what? She needs to let her just go. She needs to be the first. You know how I mean, it's the first time for everything. You got the first guy to come out of high school, all that type of shit, right? So I think Juju should be the first female to come out of college ahead of 4 years, because she don't need 4 years. She got it all. She got defense from day one. She got all the packages on the offensive side, whether it's shooting from the three, pull up mid-range. Now, I ain't talking, you set a screen and then you fall back, you fade, you wide open, take a mid-range. No. Dribble, come around the screen, pull up. Dribble, don't need a screen. Drive on your ass, stop and pop. Get to the rim, finish with the left, finish with the right. She got all 3 levels of scoring, and she got defense, bro. Like, she's ready now. People like that, I think she should be the first one. If she has a healthy season, well, depending on when she come back, how she look. You feel what I'm saying? But let's just say she didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? Let's just say she got hurt earlier this year and she was going to be ready for the start of next season and play the whole season and do what she normally does. They should say, you know what, Juju, you got to go. You should go. You're going to be the first one to go to the WNBA ahead of 4 years. But yeah, it is what it is, though, man. I hear you on the road and shit, though, man. You out there doing your thing, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm gonna bring Jordan here. You know what I mean? His late ass. He's looking at me right now with his late ass. You feel me? With his look, got his shades off. Got his shades on and shit. Yeah, put them shades on that you ain't gotta look me in my eye, motherfucker. Let me pull him in here now so you can say what's up to him real quick.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
Hey, Twan. Twan.
Jordan.
What's up? Yo, he's saying I'm late, but it's 9 o'clock. It's not even 9 o'clock, man. It's 8:30 for me right now, man.
Listen, Jordan. All I know is that 6 p.m. He supposed to be ready. That's all I know. And it seemed to me the time always changing in that motherfucker. You was just on goddamn motherfucking daylight. You said 6 p.m. was 9 a.m. So what is it now? 7 p.m. nigga?
I just got one question for my guy Jordan, man.
Okay.
I just got one question, man. So is the 3 points from Steph Curry's performance last night a fluke, or was he just getting locked the fuck up? I just want to know, bro. Did you
watch the game?
I watched the game, bro. So I just want to hear from you, though.
I mean, a player can get locked up. Like, you know what I mean? They did well on him. You know what I mean? But how they defend him. They defend him a bit different than how they defend a whole bunch of it. They top block him, like they try to prevent him from having, like they were basically allowing everybody else to beat them besides him, but he still got to be able to. That's why sometimes it bothers me when I tell I speak to Mel and everybody else about this as well. I'm like, I get that you guys want him to be off the ball a lot of the times, but like, fuck it, just give the ball, put it in his hands, and let him just go to work. You know what I mean? Instead of always him being off the ball, because when he's off the ball, they are just preventing him from having the ball, and they're just like they don't care. They're just gonna allow everybody else to shoot. They're gonna allow everybody else to. They don't care about whether they do their pin downs when they're doing screen ball to ball screen like player to player actions. You know what I'm saying? They're just allowing everybody else to get the ball. It doesn't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he even still took up 10 shots, and 10 shots is like I could still expect you to put more shots up. You know, even though he was passing out of those things because they were doubling him and all that, and he was passing out. So he had 8 assists, but he still got to be able to still like I feel like he still has to still take the ball and do what he needs to do. He doesn't need to always be off the ball, especially if they're defending like that as a unit, saying they don't care if anybody else is beating us. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
my problem with Steph Curry and Steve Kerr sometimes, bro. You should be able to allow him to just take the ball and do his thing. But like I'm not really he had 3 points. Yeah, like they locked him up. It don't matter to me. Like that don't mean nothing to me. It's not like throughout this whole 2 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months now. I didn't hear you saying nothing about Steph Curry when he's dropping 50, dropping 40 something on people's head top. Where was you then
I
talking to me
mean,
about this now, man?
of course, nobody's not going to say nothing about that because that's what he does. We haven't seen Steph Curry put up 3 points, bro. This is something to talk about, bro. Me coming out and being like, oh, I'm gonna speak on him getting 50 something points when it's something we know he clearly can do, opposed to him going out there getting 3 points. Well, we ain't never seen. It's all new to me, bro.
No,
I've never
no,
seen it.
but that's wrong, man. Because we haven't
No,
seen
it's not,
guys
bro.
score 50 something points.
This is something to talk about, bro. This is something to actual talk about, bro. Because, like I said, we haven't. You ain't never seen Steph go out there and throw up 3 points in a game.
Yeah, yeah. This year he dropped under 10 points
Defense or
before. What are you
not,
talking about? This year we've seen him
man.
drop under 10 points.
3 points in nigga 48 minutes of play game. Come on, bro. This is totally different, bro. This is
Quan,
totally different, bro.
Quan. I don't know if you're watching, but he's dropped under 10 points before the season as well, bro.
Man, we talking 3 points though, gang. Like
Yeah. So
defense
what do
or
you?
not, bro.
So what are you trying to say though? Like, what is your point?
I'm just saying. My point is, bro. This is all new, bro. This is really shocking, actually. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Steph Curry, the chef, bro. 3 points, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's very shocking, bro. This is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear from your point of view. Is it like, are you shocked about it, or are you giving hats off to Houston for what I'm saying, the defense that they put on it? Me
Yeah, yeah,
personally, I don't
yeah,
give a damn how good the defense is, bro. You should have more than 3 points.
yeah. I mean, I agree with you. He should have more than 3 points, but I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna sit here and overreact over like maybe what you're doing. You know, what is it called again? You over analyzing it, acting like, oh no, Steph Curry, oh he's not that, he's not. I don't know what it is. Like you're saying, like he's not that nigga
Oh, no,
anymore.
no, no, no,
Or,
no, 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 Jordan. I'm not saying he's not that. I'm just saying I'm shocked because I don't see this out of Steph Curry. You don't get this out of Steph Curry 3 points. Or you don't get this out of Steph Curry, bro.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I've seen it this year. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you? I don't know if you watching them as much as I am, but I've seen them. I've seen him drop under 10, and I've seen. Remember, just the other day, I think he had like 10 points. This was like a few. This was, well, maybe I'm if I'm not mistaken, a few times ago. Even when he played Memphis the first time, he had under 10 points then too. And when usually when Steph has under 10 points, it's the team how they're defending him. They're literally saying, "Listen, we are not going to let Steph Curry get off, and we don't care about like you can do that with Steph Curry because of the motion offense and how they run it. They just all they do is top block and they put two on him at all times and say, okay, Moses Moody, what you gonna do? Draymond Green, what you gonna do? Even Jimmy Butler, what you gonna do? Pajensky, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Who else? Kaminga, what you gonna do? Gonna leave them wide open on the 3 points. They do this to Steph Curry, and most of the time he still goes out there and does what he does. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna be performances like this sometimes. If you watching and saying, okay, this is how they're defending him. If you've seen how they're defending him, then you'll be like, I can understand why he had it. But he's still, in my opinion, like I just said, I still feel like they should run something else instead of always putting him off the ball. So it's got to be better at the end of the day. For me, it's got to be better. And I always say that whenever that happens, how they were playing him, I always say that shit. I told Big Mike all the time. Sometimes you need to just get the fucking ball and be like, listen, I'm gonna do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get the ball and set it, because then every time he's off the ball, they can double him. They can go 2 on the ball and then leave whoever's off the ball on those screens. But if he's on the ball, okay, now they have to W from the point of the attack, which is different. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, shit. I'm just, this is not like Steph. That's all I'm saying, bro. You're not gonna see this. You might get a blue moon, like you said. He went under 10. That blue moon, bro. This is not like Steph, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine if this was LeBron James going out there to try to get the nigga. I had 3 points and shit. Niggas would be trying to fry my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro.
I don't know what that. Yeah, they'll fry him, and they're probably, I don't know what they're gonna do with
bro,
Steph.
they trying to fry this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro. I don't have nothing against Steph Curry, but I've just never seen this type of performance. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how good the defense was. I've seen better defense than that. He still was Houdini. You know what I'm saying? Hat trick. Telling me that like the defense was just that immaculate. Like, oh man, bro, I'm just
yo. Listen, let me tell you something. Houston hasn't beat Golden State for like 9 straight games. They haven't beat them over there in fucking how long, my nigga? In what is it called? In Golden State or something like that. They've been getting beat up on. Steph Curry's been doing whatever to Houston for years upon years upon years, bro. Like I've seen him scoring the 10 points this year multiple times. So that's why when you're telling me, oh, this is not no, I've seen it. And I have the same quarrels with the coaching staff and Steph Curry when that happens. You know what I mean? I don't give him any excuses.
So
you know what I'm saying? I don't give him any excuses.
So if I could, just elaborate a little bit since we on this, we could jump to this. You feel me? Look, it's crazy because, if this was LeBron James, my nigga Bron,
LeBron James every time.
Oh my God. I'm just giving you the facts. I ain't saying I'm not giving you no lies. I'm not making up nothing. This is what I know. Jordan, Lil Bro Twan, and everything else. Everybody else. If this was LeBron King James, the world would have flipped upside down. I would have seen so many memes. I would have seen so many videos. I would have, you know what? I had to tune in a little bit to First Take today just to see if they was going to talk about it. And guess what, Jordan? They didn't even talk about it. They didn't talk about Steph Curry having 3 points. They didn't talk about him and Draymond running around for 60 minutes putting up 5 fucking points. Hell, he could have stayed at home for this shit and watched this from his bed. But I didn't see no bashing of Wardell, Stephen Curry. You feel me? I just wonder why. You understand what I'm saying? This is the babyface assassin. This is the greatest shooter ever. You feel me? And I just don't see the bashing of this man as if it was a LeBron James. That'd be one of my problems as well. But anyway, like I said, he could have stayed at home and did this shit. You know what I mean? They had that nigga in solitary confinement and a straitjacket. You understand me? 1 of 10 from the field for 3 points in 33 minutes. We know Steph is a way better player than that, but we analyzing game by game. If we just gonna say, oh, it don't matter, and we can just wait till the playoffs start and just talk about it then. But we're gonna talk about what happened in the game. They had him in solitary confinement, 23-hour lockdown. You will never see light of day. You feel me? In a straitjacket. Like that's absolutely terrible. And why? It's because the Houston Rockets were physical with him. They were body to body. They wasn't out there just going with the motions. A lot of teams, I ain't just talking about last night. It's a lot of teams in the NBA that just go with the motion. You know what I mean? Oh, here comes a screen. All right, let me go ahead. No, they wasn't doing none of that shit. They said, you know what? We're going to be body to body with this man. His best asset, Steph's best asset is changing the game, coming off them screens, knocking down them threes, whether he wide open or in boy's face. Don't matter. That's his best asset. You feel me? And they took that strength away. You know what I mean? But like I said, they wasn't going with the motions out there, just let them do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He used to be playing defense all year long. You feel what I'm saying? But they took away his strength. And last night, he didn't have nothing else to offer. And it shows 1 of 10 for 3 points. Like I said, 60 minutes running around there, 5 points. That's unacceptable. That's a slap in the face for the Warriors fans and them high-ass tickets that they be fucking selling, man. You know what I'm saying? But Houston fought all year long. You see at the bottom of the screen, Dillon Brooks was the leading scorer for both teams at 24 points. He had a good game as well. Jalen Green hit a couple few late shots to extend the lead. Sengun down there, 19 points, 14 rebounds. This was a good win for the Rockets. Whether I know what y'all did to them in all the years, I know, for real, I know y'all have had better teams than them, but that ain't this Rockets team. You feel me? So shit, they a young team, bro. They got it last year. They was even younger. So to come out here and get a win against y'all on y'all 5-game win streak and with Jimmy in the lineup, that's a big ass win for them. You know what I mean? Let's give credit to Ime Udoka for getting his boy, having his boys ready. They got won over 50 games. You know what I'm saying? And you know, expressing to them how much defense really means, because they're going to need the momentum with their young asses going into the playoffs. You feel me? So they know how important defense is, and they showed it in full display last night. That don't mean the Warriors trash, and we're not saying Steph is trash, but he had a terrible game and at home. So that's just what it is.
A terrible shooting night. He had a terrible shooting night.
He had a terrible game. You 1 of 10 for Steph Curry, and 3 points in 33 minutes is absolutely horrific. There's no other way around it. And I want to listen. Let's also give credit to that boy Amen Thompson and Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet in the squad. Listen, Amen Thompson is holding all-star guards to 40.7% from the field this season and 25.6% from 3-point. We call him Mr. Clamps. Twan sent me that. He sent me that. You feel me? We call him that's Mr. Clamps. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, they had it, man, bro. They did their thing. They had him in a straitjacket. So shit, it is what it is. And like I said, boy, if this was that boy out there in LA, man, the Instagram would have just been froze. It would have froze.
I don't know if you're on it, but I know that I am, and I get all the memes, and there's definitely memes of Steph Curry when he.
I ain't seen none, bro. I'm telling you.
You ain't looking. That's the problem.
I'm not the city gang. I have not seen none, bro. I promise you, I haven't, bro.
I mean, as soon as he dropped 3 points, literally, when I started scrolling, I seen a meme of there's a guy that looks like Steph Curry, and it's like and it showed like this is like Steph Curry, and it showed 3 points. It was like a guy that works at like fucking State Farm or some shit.
All right, look, this is what I mean. Look. Let me break it down to you, right? You know how Kendrick Lamar, with all this beef shit going on, Kendrick Lamar, he ain't even no internet nigga, right? And still to this day, when you look, he is breaking the internet for shit. How he break the internet? If this was LeBron James, he would have broke the internet. Steph Curry didn't break the internet. They don't treat Steph like that. They don't treat Steph like that, man. They don't do that to him. He's never got that type of vitriol or hatred. They don't do that. And I'm just, like I said, I had to tune in a little bit to First Take today because I just knew that Stephen A. Smith was going to have the same energy for Steph Curry, who he holds in high regard, and go out there in 33 minutes and put up 3 points in a fucking game. I just knew he was going to have something to say about that. But for some reason, it wasn't even talked about. I guess it only matters if it's one guy. Oh, well, it is what it is, though. Shout out to the Rockets. They played well and shit. We'll see how they hide them foes, man. And
I promise you, I don't have like the Rockets. I do not have them coming out the West.
No, me either. I don't think nobody does.
And even if they played the Warriors in a 7-game series, I'm taking the Warriors 100% of the time.
I would take them too. I would take them off of experience alone. Period. Because the game slows down. And all of that, bro. The game slows down. You're not gonna just be getting up and down all the time. It slows down, and with the Warriors, they knowledge of the game. You know what I'm saying? The veterans, they go. I think they'll go out there and get it done too. All right, we ain't saying they're gonna go out there and beat y'all in a series, but that night was they stepped on y'all, and it's okay. It happened. They stepped on you niggas.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he asked me the question. I answered the question. Is what it is. I just have a problem with why they don't do something else when they're top blocking off of Steph Curry, and allowing everybody else to beat him, and it just bothers me when they do that shit.
I think they probably want to go with his best asset. I don't know. I just feel like Steph can do what he want to do. I don't know. If he want to get the ball, you know what I mean, bring it up the court and go get a bucket. He been in the league 15, 16 years. He could do that. So I hear you when you say that. I hear you when you say that. But I don't really rock with it though, because he can do what the hell he wants to
I'm
do.
just going off of what the game when I'm watching. Like if I'm sitting there watching literally the game, and I see him and he doesn't go and get the ball, and somebody else gets the ball, and then he's going. And when you say about the best asset thing, it bothers me because in tight games, you know what they go to? They go to Steph Curry has the ball, Draymond Green, Steph Curry pick and roll at the top of the key. It's nothing else. They don't go, you know what, Steph? Go run around. No. If it's tight and they're playing physical basketball, because this ain't the first time people playing physical basketball with
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry. They get the ball. I'm just telling you from what I know.
Okay.
He'll get the ball, and
I watch this now though.
he will dictate what's happening and be like, okay, because Draymond usually has a big man. Okay, Steph Curry pick and roll at the top of the key, and then
Okay.
he let him go to work.
Okay, so
Always this way.
okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's what you say. Cool. So if that's the case, then why he ain't doing that? Then that's just
why didn't he do that yesterday? I don't know.
Okay, so that's his fault. That's his. Maybe he was too.
Yeah,
okay,
and that's yeah.
Maybe it was that physical defense. I can't get it done. Maybe it was that physical defense. Maybe they was frustrating him so much that he couldn't do that. And cool, because they was on him like flies on shit. You feel me? So he can. So that's Houston that made him not do that. So that puts more credit to Houston because he can go do that. He can go do that. And that's what I just said though. He can do that when he wants to. Steph Curry if he was a quarterback, he would be like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. You know what I mean by that? Because they can go out there and call their own plays. No, I'm audibling. I know you called that, coach, but I'm doing this out here where I see something different. I see them playing me like this. No, Steve, this is what I'm doing. So he has the ability to do that. He didn't do it last night because he couldn't do it. So that gives more respect and credit to the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, I wouldn't. The thing is, I'm not going. If I know, okay, we've got to see damn near 15, 17 years of Steph Curry.
Jordan, that's not saying. No, I know what you're about to say. Last night, he couldn't do it because if he could have, he would have. So last night was not his night. They got stepped on, and whatever thing he tried to want it to go to, they canceled it. It wasn't working. He couldn't do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna be able to say what I have to say. Do you think next subject, bro?
Yeah. I guess let's go to the next one. Twan, you done? It ain't no use. Twan, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, look, bro. Listen, you know I'll hit you up after the show, baby. You already know how we rocking.
20.
All right.
Twan. Come on, baby.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, but I low-key never got, man, Ovechkin, man. I know you never brought up anything about it, but, you know, Ovechkin, do you watch hockey? Him breaking that goal-scoring record?
Hockey.
We don't watch hockey like that.
I really ain't been tapped in, but I do rock with the Capitals, though. I'll tell you that right now. I rock with the Capitals. You know, I make money off them.
You know, I'm a fly. If I roll with anybody, I'm a Flyers guy. You know, I already know what that is. So I mean,
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest records to be broken, like in sports.
Ovechkin, that boy though, like that's what I do know.
So he broke. So he broke Wayne Gretzky.
Yep.
Goal scoring record. They were like saying that would never be broken. It was low key like the record, like Kareem's scoring record. It was.
Yeah, if you breaking anything, Wayne Gretzky, you doing something. I ain't gonna lie to you, because Wayne Gretzky, listen, they be trying to shine on Wayne Gretzky, but nigga, he's a top 5 like player. Like, you know, when they talk about top 5 greatest athletes, you know what I'm saying, in each sport, you know what I'm saying, they be trying to leave Wayne Gretzky out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They be trying to leave Wayne Gretzky out. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of bullshit because hockey is not an easy sport to play, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had Wayne Gretzky in my top 5 when they was talking about that top 5 shit. You know, I had motherfuckers in there like Serena Williams. You know, LBJ. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I had folks in there that's supposed to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tom Brady. I mean, and niggas was leaving out Wayne Gretzky. So my point is, you know what I'm saying? If you breaking anything Wayne Gretzky, you doing something.
So I have a quick question for you because I know you about to go and we might go to the next subject, but this I feel like because I mean I seen this last night, and I was kind of like, yo, I was low key bothered as well when they talking about it. It was on ESPN, and they were saying which one do you think which one's more impressive? The Ovechkin breaking that Wayne Gretzky or LeBron James breaking that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scoring record? Which one do you think is more impressive?
Probably LeBron James, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We're talking 40,000 points, bro. You crazy? Like, I get it, bro. You can go out there. I get it, bro. 40,000, though, bro. That's a lot of points, bro.
Hey,
I'm gonna say LeBron. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I ain't even trying to be biased or none of that, bro. But you know,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Big Mike. What you thinking? Because I have mine, and I'm gonna let you go first. Because I know what people use. Most people are going to say, especially in this sport, because people don't really watch hockey. But I'm gonna hit me up. What you think, Big Mike?
So you said, and what's the question again?
Which one's more impressive? The Ovechkin breaking the goal scoring record, or LeBron James breaking the scoring record, beating Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
All right, so even though I don't sit here and just watch hockey, you know what I mean? I don't just, you know what I'm saying, watch hockey and be tuned in. Have I watched some hockey before? Yeah, I have. But to sit up here and tell you I know about the game and shit like that, I know it's football on ice. I know that. You feel what I'm saying? And if your head ain't on a swivel, you get your ass fucked up out there. I know they throwing hands out there.
I'm glad you saying that.
Yeah, I know niggas' teeth is getting knocked out there with them motherfucking pucks and shit. And fists as well. That's what I do know. And you can't be no bitch out there on that ice. Ain't no pussy ass niggas out there in hockey. Just like it ain't no pussy ass niggas out there in football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all them niggas in football and hockey, they gonna do this right here. You feel what I'm saying? Now that doesn't, define your sport. We just talking about the physicality of your sport. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to like the scoring record, anything with the scoring record with Wayne Gretzky is magnificent. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how long it took. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how long it took. I was about to say Mario Lemieux. I don't know how long it took Ovechkin to break Wayne Gretzky's record.
20 seasons.
20 seasons. What I do know is that when LeBron broke Kareem's record, he did it in over 1,000 more games or less games, or 1,300 less games or some shit. That's some shit like that. Or was it? Yeah, something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So if you gonna look at it like that, and this is the guy, now LeBron, who's playing, I don't know how many minutes hockey players play. LeBron plays big minutes his whole career. He's scoring, he rebounding, and he assisting. And he, you know what I'm saying? He a lot on this plate, carrying teams. You understand what I'm saying? Deep playoff runs, finals 8 years in a row, all of this type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So me personally, to go out there, you running and jumping up and down the court. You know what I mean? I know hockey is ice on wheels. You feel what I'm saying? I said ice on wheels. It's football on ice. I know that. But you're talking about basketball who got to get up and down the court full speed, jumping up and down. And I think it's even more impressive because of the way LeBron has done it, with not just with longevity, but with still playing at a high level. You feel what I'm saying? Like this, the way he playing. So off the top, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to go with LeBron. You know what I mean? You could give me your reason, you know what I'm saying? But the minutes, you know what I'm saying? The longevity, the doing it way before Kareem done it. You feel what I'm saying? In way fewer times. How long did
he did it with one game. He did it within less games. I think it was like one actually.
Ovechkin. So one less game. Saying, okay, so I mean that's still good, you know what I mean? But we talking about, you know what I'm saying, 38,000 plus points and over 1,000 less, or not 1,000, I'm sorry, over a few hundred less games or some shit like that. You feel what I mean? Like a lot less games. I think that's a whole lot less games. You feel me? So I give it to LeBron on that one. I ain't even no bias shit, because what Ovechkin.
Bro, biased, bro. I'm just keeping it real, bro.
What Ovechkin is done, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro, that's some real shit. And you beat Wayne Gretzky to it. You know what I'm saying? So, but we talking about 30. And
then on top of that, I just want to know how long that record stood opposed to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record. How long did these records stand? How many years?
This standing for like 30, 25 years, 30 years or something like that. Like no one ever thought that it would ever be broken.
Yeah, Kareem was 40 years.
Oh, so you broke a 40, bro? It's hands down LeBron James, bro. It gotta be, bro. We talking about breaking a 40-year 40-year record, bro.
And listen, hold on, bro. And look, like I said, I can't run off the names in hockey like I can run off the names in the NBA or the NFL. Like Ovechkin, yeah. Wayne Gretzky, yeah. Mario Lemieux, yeah. Sidney Crosby, yeah. You know what I mean? How many top dog, how many Kobe's, how many KD's, how many Paul Pierce's, how many Shaq's, how many Tim Duncan's, how many KG's, how many of those guys like of that ilk in between this whole time since Ovechkin came in the league until he broke the record, you know what I mean, was out there like that. All of the scoring, how many
bunch.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, were they Allen Iverson in their sport? Were they you know, okay, so like I said, I can't name them, you know what I mean? But how many of those guys was it? You feel what I'm saying? So, bro, I just think LeBron. I just think that's. I think it tops that one. I got that.
So let me hit you on game real quick. Now,
all right.
The reason why I feel that, and I was listening to what's name, and I totally agree with it. I feel like it's damn near like blasphemy. It's damn near low key disrespectful. The reason why I agree with that is what you just said, right? How football is like, yo, it's a violent sport, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And hockey is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? It is a violent sport, bro. This is the only sport where you're actually allowed to fight.
Right.
You're actually allowed to fight.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And Ovechkin is one of those guys. So, you know, there's players like a Sidney Crosby. He ain't a fighter.
Okay.
Bro, Ovechkin he'll put down them gloves and fight you.
Okay.
You understand? He's a physical dude.
Yeah.
So the first off, the punishment, the physicality, right, of a football, like we can't compare that. It's like compare basketball and football. Like you can't. One is more physical than the other. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? And with hockey's way more physical than basketball. I think you guys will agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a debate. You know what I mean? So for that's gonna make it difficult, right? Because they were saying you're gonna have to play 20-something years and score over 50, 45, 50 goals a year in order to beat that. And that's why they were saying it would never be broken. That the record lasted 31 years. So it's not like nobody in the planet, just like how basketball would think, thought that a player would score over 900 goals like what Ovechkin's going to do. Like, it's not even close.
Right.
Like, it's not even close. You understand what I'm saying? And Ovechkin did that with time. Let me add something to it too. Wayne Gretzky was playing during a time where it was easier to score. Ovechkin was already being called the greatest scorer of all time because in today's era, in today's day, just like how we always talk about this, Big Mike, with hockey, the game is better. It's gotten better. The goalies are better. They're bigger. Before, the goalies were wearing fucking, bro, they were wearing like fucking these skinny ass fucking pads, and you could, nigga, maybe I can score, or maybe you can score on them niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Now this is not the case. The game is way, way, way tougher, harder to score goals, and Ovechkin still did it in a tougher era to score goals. You understand what I'm saying? And did it in less time. So the less time thing is such a big important factor as well because, brother, it was really, really, bro, Wayne Gretzky was scoring 200 points in a season, my nigga, in 82 games.
So can I just say something real quick? You do know that when LeBron came in the league, it was still physical. And he was dominating that league in 03 when he came in the league. They were still playing physical basketball. Obviously, you ain't tackling, you ain't doing what hockey and football players do. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here,
I know that.
I'm looking at the minutes. These niggas be playing 20 and 23 minutes and shit on average. And LeBron got to go out there and play 35 to 40.
Yeah, but Big Mike, remember, it's a different game. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, if because a football player plays 15 minutes in total in a game, like on time on the grass, but it's so much more physical. You can get hurt in any given play because it's just the physicality is a different sport, bro.
I get you can get hurt. You can get hurt. You could get hurt on any given play in any sport. But
I hear that, but
it's a higher chance. It's a higher risk for hockey players to get hurt. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, and football. It just is what it is. It's not to take away from anything about with basketball or anything. It's just a different sport, bro.
But that don't make it what you breaking the scoring record better than LeBron.
This is for me. But it's not like these records, right? It's not like it's the same thing that LeBron did is a similar thing. The same thing with Ovi. Like nobody thought that this record would be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody. The same thing like how LeBron would did it. It's the same thing here. So now we're just going off of little. Right now we're pulling hairs to say which one would be better for which one. You understand what I'm saying? And my reasons would be because this is a way more violent sport, and to last that long and to be scoring at this rate at this age as well. Because the same thing. While LeBron's 40, Ovechkin's 39, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
These guys came in the league damn near the same time.
But here's the thing, though, Jordan.
And they're still doing it till this day.
Okay, go ahead, keep going.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit there and say LeBron James' thing was harder. Was more impressive, nigga. Hockey, because bro, hockey's more violent. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is fighting. These niggas is you can get bro. You can damn near die out there. If you. Yeah.
LeBron broke. I said 1,000 something earlier. LeBron James broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA all-time scoring record in 150 fewer games. 150. That's almost 2 seasons, bro. That's almost 2 seasons. The Kareem play. It took him 1,560 games. It took LeBron 1,410 games. That's crazy for a record that been set for 40 years. That's crazy.
I hear you.
And they running up and down the court, jumping up and all that shit, man. Like, man.
I don't know. You have basketball, but I think it's like kind of just. I just think it's kind of crazy because, bro, it's just the sport is just way more physical, bro.
So let me ask
you. And it's just. But bro, how are you gonna say just because I have a different view? I'm not one of them niggas.
Hold on, little bro.
Sit there and be like, oh, basketball.
Hold on, Joe.
Basketball guy. I like basketball is my favorite sport, bro. So I want to roll with a basketball thing. You understand what I'm saying? But why aren't you saying you sound like a hater on Ovechkin? Doomsday, because you don't watch hockey, so don't sit here and act like you watch hockey, bro.
Well, check this out. Check this out, Jordan. I don't mean to cut you off. But the only argument that you really got in this case is that it's harder to score a puck in a hockey goal than it is to score basketball in a rim. That's the only real argument you got. All that other shit you talking is really irrelevant, bro.
Why? What are you talking about? So what is irrelevant? Being the sport being more violent. So I don't want to hear you talk about anything about if we compare a football and basketball. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want you to tell me nothing about. Oh, the physicality of the game makes physicality of the game causes it to you might not last 20 seasons because you can die out there, bro. You move your head.
Hey, look, listen, y'all gotta let it hold on, wait. Listen, little bro and Jordan, listen. Y'all gotta let each other talk because y'all talking over each other. You feel me?
Go to on.
Y'all can't cut each other off, bro.
That was never my argument, bro. I didn't bring up the physicality of the game and this and the third. Yeah, it's a point to try to make, but the real point is here, and the only point that you really have to make, Jordan, about this whole, you know what I'm saying, this whole comparison with the scoring record and how impressive it is, and what is more impressive is that, you know, it's harder to score a puck in hockey than it is to score a basketball. A basketball in the rim. When you playing basketball, it's harder to score a puck in hockey, bro.
Look, here's the thing. We're gonna have to cover this on another day. We gotta move on, bro. We've been on here an hour already. You feel what I'm saying? We got more topics to cover.
This is a good topic, though.
It is. That's why we gotta come back to it.
I just got one question, man.
You can have about 3 questions. Go ahead, motherfucker.
Florida or Houston tonight, man.
We gonna get into that. You know what I mean? We gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you gonna stay on real quick and let us talk about it real quick.
I'll stay on. I ain't fucked up.
Okay, real quick. We're gonna get this out the way. You feel me? Me personally, you know what I mean? You know what? I can't get into that, you know what I mean, without because we still gotta talk about Houston upsetting Duke. You gotta go, man. Love you, little bro. Bye, nigga. We'll talk. Bring your ass. Yeah, we gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Why didn't you stay on for the whole segment? Both of them.
And the Heat, I mean, are you staying on?
I mean, bro. I mean,
He got
just call me. Just get me back on. Get me back on the line when it's time to.
But all right, man.
In.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're gonna let LeBron do his thing, man. He out driving and shit, doing his thing and shit, man. So, man, you catch that Houston game? Did you catch Houston ruining Duke's title?
I caught the last like 2-3 minutes, right? Because I was working. So I
okay. Yeah. Okay. Listen, this is okay. What was my
this is more you for me. This is more
cool.
you. So you can.
So I'm gonna give you my takeaway from the game. Listen, bro. Houston is physical. You know what I'm saying? And you remember when you called me to do the bracket, one of those 2 brackets?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many times did I pick Houston?
I mean, I don't want to go pull it up, but yeah, you picked Houston.
I mean, but if you can, just let me know. You feel me? But I know I did.
I can pull it up, but just I have to get off the screen for a little bit. But I can pull it up.
Okay, don't worry, don't do that. Well, I hate that shit. Don't do it. But I'm not saying I picked him to win the national championship because you came to me at this was obviously I was right because this was like did I pick them to win the national? No, I didn't pick them to win the national championship. I don't think I did, but I think I picked them a few times. But I knew they was physical on defense. But they're a resilient team. You feel what I'm saying? They're a resilient team. They're conditioned. They're conditioned as well. This is the team that ran average mile of 5 minutes and 19 seconds. A basketball team. This is 12 to 15 guys running a 5 minute and 19 second average time of a mile. The fastest time was 5 minutes and 7 seconds. That guy was 6'3", 196. The slowest time was 5 minutes and 45 seconds. That guy was 6'9", 260. You know what I mean? So that just like they're well conditioned. They're well coached by Kelvin Sampson. They can play basketball, bro. You know what I mean? They may not have a Cooper flag out there. You feel what I'm saying? They may not have that. That's cool, but they can play basketball, and they got all of the necessary pieces to go out there and win the title. You know what I mean? They got scoring, they got shooting, they got defense, and their defense turns into offense. You feel me? There's no quit in Houston. You gonna have to beat Houston to go out there and get a dub because the defense is not they're going to play defense until the end of the whistle. And if you watch the last 2 to 3 minutes of the game, you know that because they were down. They were down and people thought that this shit was over. You understand me? And like I said, if they offense is struggling, they defense always travels with them. You feel what I'm saying? Houston, I believe, is a destination for hard-working basketball players. No egos, thinking you all at, you feel what I'm saying? Just bring your hard hat, bring your lunchbox, and go to work. You feel me? I'm pretty sure people are saying, oh, Duke, they lost the game because that foul got called on Cooper flag. Trust me, bro. I don't know what they called. I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, that was kind of bullshit.
No, it wasn't kind of bullshit. It was bullshit. That foul should not have been called. He didn't even touch him. He was getting boxed out. He didn't hit the man in the head. He reached his arm in between him and another guy. That's all he did. He didn't touch that guy. So he really, that was a bullshit ass call. But bro, if you watch the last, 2-3 minutes or whatever, you know what I mean? Well, I'll tell you this. That's not the reason they lost the game. Duke went over 10 minutes with one field goal. You feel what I'm saying? Over 10 minutes with one field goal. Keep in mind, bro, Duke averages 83.7 points in the regular season, 86.8 points in the tournament. They scored 67 points yesterday, 20 points less because of the defense from Houston. And this was the favorite Duke. You feel what I'm saying? So the reason why Duke lost this game was because they got clamped up for the last 10 and a half minutes. That's half a quarter, bro. That's more than half a quarter. It's 20 or halves. It's 20-minute halves. So for 10 and a half of those, on the home stretch, you scored one field goal.
Yeah, it's Cooper flag jumper.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, bro. So let's congrats to Houston on the upset win. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have to come and beat Houston because they ain't going down without a fight. I don't care if they can't get no shots off. I don't care if no shots ain't falling. When they get on the other end of that court, the defense is going to travel. So much love to Houston. We're seeing tonight, man. It's gonna be a good game, I think, against Florida.
Yeah. Yeah,
for sure.
I don't really want to. You see, I'm not. on
I'm
this
with you.
podcast, we ain't. I'm not. If I didn't really watch the game
I'm
properly,
with
I
you.
don't want to go and give my insight and just talk some shit to y'all.
Yes,
And you
sir.
ain't gonna see me come up here giving you some bullshit. If I didn't watch it, we keep it 100.
Hell yeah.
But sometimes niggas is working and can't really get the game. And I like to watch the game and not just do the highlights. You know
All
what I'm
right, for
saying?
sure. For sure. For sure. So, on another note, though, sticking with Houston, you know what I mean? You know, they got Florida tonight. They got Florida National Championship tonight. You feel what I'm saying? Florida looking good. Who wins the National Championship tonight? Florida or Houston? I'll take it if you want me to.
I got Florida.
You got Florida?
I got Florida. A couple reasons. I got Florida because first off, I think they're in a tougher conference, and they definitely had a way harder schedule going into the tournament, going into the SEC tournament, and pretty much their run so far. But everyone kind of goes against good teams, in the tournament. So I don't
That's
want
what
to
I'm going
go
to say.
about that. But I'm
Right.
talking about previously. I think they're more battle tested. And let me tell you something, man. Their point guard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, he's on like some Kemba Walker, Steph Curry type run at the moment, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This dude is going off right now. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
let's just be honest. I'm not gonna act like I knew who this dude was beforehand. I
Mm-hmm.
knew that they had a good squad, but he's definitely balling. Like he's definitely balling in this tournament. He has made himself known and got himself in damn near a draft lottery pick. Let me tell you that right now.
Walter Clayton Jr. is his name.
Yes, sir. Right, dude, average 18 points a game,
Yep.
and he is flat out balling right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
the shots that he's making. I mean, he's making shots. I mean, when because what's his name was telling me about when I spoke to Mel, and Mel was like, "Listen, man, even though my team lost, was like, bro, that like this boy was just getting buckets, and he ain't even mad. He's like, listen, that boy nice,
Nice.
because Melo's a Uconn fan, right?
I know
So
he is.
when they took that nigga out, and he was
Yeah.
bro, he was making shots
Yes.
after shot. And he
Yes.
has just kept this shit rolling throughout the whole. Like they're riding on this, bro. They're riding
Mm-hmm.
on this. It's similar to like the Kemba Walker run, similar to like a day. Even though they were like that was more of a Cinderella run, like Steph Curry and Kemba Walker. I think they were a high seed Uconn, and he's obviously a high seed in Florida. So I don't want to say it's a Cinderella run. I'm just talking about the way that he is playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I would honestly just say I would take Florida because I think it's both physical ball clubs, right? Because they both one comes from the SEC and Houston's already a physical ball club, but
Mm-hmm.
Florida's in the SEC and they had about damn near they had like 8-7 teams in the Sweet 16. You know what I mean? So you can tell that that's a really good conference. It's the best conference in college basketball. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? So I think that they're more poised to win this one. And I'm gonna just give it to Florida, man. I'm gonna give it to Florida for those reasons alone.
All right, so yeah, Walter Clayton Jr. is a dog. He nice like that. He has definitely put the world on notice. You know what I mean? I seen on Instagram he was at Iona at first or something like that, and then he had transferred to Florida. You know what I mean? Good deal for him because he got a name for himself now. But I'm gonna take Houston, bro. I gotta take Houston. This is Houston that we talking Duke here. They held Duke, the powerful Duke, the heavily favored Duke, to 20 less points than what they normally score because they got defense, because they're well coached, because they're conditioned, because they are physical. I get Walter Clayton Jr. is a dog, but the team of Houston are dogs. All of them can bring hard hats and lunch boxes. And I ain't talking about them plastic lunch boxes with the Spider-Man on it. I'm talking about them old school ones that's metal. You clean. You break into the construction site with the hard steel toe boots and shit. You feel me? That's what Houston coming with. You feel what I'm saying? And I think they got the ability to make this game a low-scoring game just like they did last night against Duke with a physical defense. And if their offense is not clicking, they can beat you with defense because their defense can turn into offense. Throughout the entire season, that's what they did, and they showed it on full display against one of the best teams, if not, who people thought was the best team, who got the best player in the country, all that type of shit, in Cooper Flagg. You feel what I'm saying? Even though he had 27 points, that didn't get it done. You feel me? They held them to 20 less points. So I think Houston is on the map. I think it's their turn, and I think they're going to take this win tonight, you know what I mean, in top Florida, even with Walter Clayton Jr. doing whatever he do. That's where I'm at with that one.
Okay. All right. I mean, the SEC is a physical conference, bro. So I think they might be
It is.
into it.
Listen, but Houston is a physical team. And all that, the conference and all that, Houston just got rid of Duke in a real way. You feel what I'm saying? And I know it's a 3-point win, but I'm talking about they held them to 20 less points. 20 less, bro.
I hear you, but Auburn was the number one seed in the whole bracket, man. Florida got them.
And you're right. They ain't Houston, no. You feel me? I see Houston go out there putting being in boys shorts for 40 minutes.
Auburn was supposed to be better than Houston, though. They were number one ranked team in the whole thing.
And who's still here?
Tell me, well, because they play Florida.
And we're gonna go ahead and knock Florida out. Let y'all know who the best. Houston. Right. Houston. You feel what I'm saying? All right, man. Listen, man, before we get up out of here, we got a couple more things to talk about. Let's jump into the NBA. We seen my Lakers, my boy Bron, Luka, AR go out there to OKC and get a 27-point blowout win in OKC. You feel what I'm saying? Was this game more about the Lakers or was this game more about OKC? This game was more about the Lakers. OKC starters played. They ain't go out there and lose on purpose. They didn't, hey, we're going to go ahead and just sit there. No, this is not what you're doing. They went out there and played. They got to keep the momentum for themselves going into the playoffs, even with that number one seed and all the game over, was it 64 wins or some shit like that? All the games that they won. Let's keep in mind, bro, the Thunder have proven nothing in the postseason. Nope. As good as they are, they have proven nothing in the postseason to go out there and just say, we're going to sit this one out. We got it. No, you're not. The Lakers was playing defense from the beginning, making it tough. You feel what I'm saying? And Luka owns OKC. He owns OKC, bro. 11 of 20, 30 points, 5-11 from 3, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Do I got to remind motherfuckers about what happened last year in the playoffs? Do I got to do that? No, this the same. It's the same. High hopes they got for OKC last year, and even more this year. High hopes and shit. And we went out there and walked in and walked out with the safe on their ass. Like you say, you could go out there and lose a game, but when you get your ass beat and you a team like that, it's a totally different discussion. And Jordan, listen, 15 of 20 from 3 in the first half, 22 of 40 from 3 throughout the entirety of the game. That's 55%. Am I saying they're going to go out there and shoot 55% every time they play if they were to meet in the playoffs? No, I'm not saying that. You feel me? I'm not saying that. But I told you, I'm not picking them over the Lakers if they play. I said it's a possibility that they could get us together, but in the end, we would prevail. You know what I mean? What I say? We got them two silverback gorillas in Luka and LeBron. And in the game yesterday, you look at LeBron, it didn't call for him to be in takeover mode or none of that shit. His points into the shot clock when it was needed, when we needed points here, stopping the run here and there, all of that shit. He didn't have to be in takeover mode. You got that boy AR-15, who I talked to you about since day one. Since his rookie, or since day one we've been on this show, I've been talking and telling you about Austin Reeves. He gave us 20, which is his average, and he averaging 5 rebounds and 6 assists. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, bro, OKC, we know they're great defensively. They're good. Great. But when I said when the Lakers are clicking, when they playing well, you're getting contributions from Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent. You feel what I'm saying? When you got things like that, I'm not taking them over the Lakers. So I'm not taking nobody over the Lakers in the West. And I know the West is everybody close with the exception of OKC. What is it? 3 through 8 is a game and a half or a game or some shit. Everything's real close.
One loss and it just
sets you back. It'll set you back. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all in 6 now, right? Y'all in 6. The Lakers is in 3rd. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all in 6th spot now. You feel me? So, like I said, bro, when the Lakers is clicking, man, we getting contributions. They got them 2 silverbacks. They big. They got that ball. And like I said, Luka owns them, man. He owns them niggas, bro. For sure. And we went out there and showed that we can go out there and defend and beat an Oklahoma City Thunder team. We beat the Thunder out of OKC. Beat the Thunder out of them, boy. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing lightning out there no more right now. It's clear skies out there right now. You feel me? So, I mean, it is what it is, Mo. It was definitely more so about the Lakers, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this one I wasn't able to think also. I was working as well, so I couldn't really watch this one as well.
All right.
So I already know that Luka's a problem when it comes to OKC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they match up pretty bad against him, to be honest. And I think we all know that we'd give I think I would take the Lakers or even the Warriors over at OKC if you're talking about a
Mhm.
playoff series. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't get to watch this one as well. So dude is working. But it's a good win for you. Good win for you guys. You guys are gonna try to get into that third spot. I think that's an important spot to have.
Mhm.
But I don't think you guys want to get the Warriors because I don't think, like I told you, bro. I think we match up against you guys better now,
Mhm.
and I think we can take y'all down this time around.
I
I'm
just
I'm
don't.
not gonna lie to you.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. We already talked about that. You know what I mean? And y'all listen, and to speak, I said it in the chat. Maybe you read it. I don't know, but y'all had a good game the other night against the Lakers. It was a good game. Podge dropped 28. You know what I'm saying? I'm not what I said in the chat. I'm not worried about Podge just doing that throughout the whole series, and I'm not expecting Luka to have. He had a very pedestrian game. You know what I mean? And he always gets buckets against the Warriors. He plays good against the Warriors. You feel? I'm not saying he just murders y'all, but he gets buckets against y'all. He had a very, very pedestrian game. That was LeBron's best game since he's been back from the groin injury. 10 to 15, 33 points, 9 assists or rebounds. You know what I mean? He was able to put his imprint on the game some. But I think if Luka, would have had a Luka game, they go out there and get it done. But it was a good game for y'all. Yeah, for sure. Pods, he was on a heater. The Warriors was on a heater. You know what I mean? It was y'all night, bro. Y'all balled out. Ain't no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all got it. Y'all got us together, bro. So
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I. Oh yeah, we bet that game too, right? I had that one. You know what I mean? We did.
Yeah. We did. Yeah. We did. We did. We ain't been betting a lot though, so that's why I
Yeah,
didn't.
we haven't, we haven't. But yeah, so I really think that it's because of that matchup. I think we can get y'all, man. But remember, Jimmy Butler didn't really have a great game against y'all that day. Which
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to say a great game. I think he had a good game, but it wasn't like a Jimmy Butler game, crazy game or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pods is a good. I tell Nav all the time, man. I say Pods. There's a reason why they didn't want to trade Pods. The dude can play.
Mm-hmm.
Like dude can play.
Yep.
But yeah, but that's nor here nor there. There was there, yeah. It's nor here nor there. We talking about this Thunder. Honestly, the Thunder, it's crazy that we all think that the Thunder can be gotten, and they're having such a great season. It's wondering for me, and that's why I posed the question, Big Mike.
Okay.
If they lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they lose, is it a situation where they should go get Kevin Durant, bring him back home? You know what I mean? Because what's going on, man? You know what I
Well,
mean? If you lose second round or you maybe lose first round, like what the fuck are we talking about?
right. I mean, this is okay. Look, so if you saying that if they were to go get Kevin Durant, you basically saying they need another veteran player. Is that what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Is Kevin Durant a free agent after this year?
No, but they're trading him.
Okay.
They're trading him.
Okay. You know what? You're right. Okay. So you know what? Listen, hey, we're gonna want Jalen Williams from you. We're gonna need that because we don't want to give away Kevin Durant and get away and bring in some fucking. You can do that face all you want to. We can only speak. You know what I mean? What we feel should happen. Oh, Phoenix should not give Kevin. What are they gonna get from me? You give me some picks?
Remember, they got picks, bro.
No.
They got picks from other teams.
Jordan, I'm with you. I need some bodies. We need a body. We need some body. I'm giving you Kevin Durant. I need some young bodies. You feel me? That's what I need. I need Jalen Williams. I need that. You understand? Caruso, slide on through here too. We need some
Caruso's gone. Caruso will be gone for sure.
Okay, well I know for sure Jalen Williams will be gone. I'm asking for Jalen.
No, they're definitely not trading Jalen Williams.
Then you ain't getting Kevin Durant.
No, I would say this because hear me out, B Mike.
Who you gonna get for him? What? Who in a pick? Who in some picks?
No, so if this is what I'm saying.
And they gotta cover the money
because Phoenix doesn't have a pick for like the next like 5-6 years or some shit like that. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So like, and the Thunder have about like 20 something picks. Like they have a dumb amount of picks. You know what I'm saying? So like, because if you want to start over, then you start over.
Okay.
If that's what they doing, that's what they doing. It's not like if you're gonna start through the draft and you're going, okay, we're gonna start this shit all over, then that's what you're gonna do.
So that means
what I'm saying? And
that mean they saying they sent a deep book. We just gonna start over. Where you want to go?
Yeah. Because I mean, it's if they starting all over, then okay, give us. I want 4 draft picks, my nigga. I want 4 to 5 draft picks.
Yeah,
I want first rounders for the next few couple years. And OKC can do that because OKC they're super young, bro. This core group is okay. But say I'm gonna go with what you said. Say they have to take a player. They have to give up a player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm giving up Chet.
You getting on Chet?
I'm getting up Chet. I'm getting up because you've seen that they played already without Chet, and they were still the best team. They was getting W's, bro.
Okay.
Without Chet. You know what I'm saying? Hartenstein was in there. You know what I'm saying? And it was Jalen Williams. And remember, they were putting Jalen Williams at the 5 at one point when Hartenstein wasn't even in there.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So if it's one player I'm gonna give up.
You talking about the other Jalen Williams though? The taller one.
I'm talking about the 6'4", 6'5" Jalen Williams.
Okay.
You're putting him at center, my guy.
Okay.
And I say 6'4", 6'5" because Shea likes to get at him saying that he's 6'4", 6'5", but he says he's 6'6".
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But he was playing center. So they was playing well without him, without Chet. So if it's somebody, say we play the game and say someone has to go,
yep,
I would say Chet and some picks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think they're just gonna give him a whole bunch of picks. That's what they could do if he goes to the Thunder. But I think it'd be a perfect thing if he if OKC gets knocked out first round, second round. I don't think it'd be too crazy if Durant went in.
They gotta get to, you know what I'm saying?
Conference finals, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, you got to get there, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Agreed.
You minimum, and I'm not talking. I'm talking to the brink. You know what I'm saying? 7 games. You clear cut the best team in the league. 64 wins. You the closest team to 70 wins. All of it. You got an MVP candidate. Y'all been balling all year long. You ball without Chet, and you ball when he came back. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, who do you blame in this aspect? Is this coaching? Because they got a squad. You got to, like, this is not a situation where, they got a squad, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't just Chet. They got niggas out there that can hoop. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I said Chet. It ain't just SGA. You know what I mean? He's a baller, but it ain't just SGA. You got Chet out here. You got Jalen Williams out here too. You feel what I'm saying? And you got guys that go down knock down shots and shit too, man. So who's to blame for this shit? Is it coaching? Is it the GM? Remember, I came out here and said before, that motherfucker always draft well. After KD, Russ, James Harden, them 3 future MVPs, Hall of Famers right there, whatever the case may be. Like, he drafted that. Even though he didn't draft SGA, he knew what he needed, and look what he got. The Clippers didn't see it. He saw it, and look at him. So, I mean, we can't blame him. Are we blaming coaching, or are we like, yo, y'all gotta play better? You just gotta play better. It gotta carry over to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a difficult one because I think obviously it's gonna come down to I think there's a few factors because they're young, bro. This will be the youngest team to make it to the finals, man. Even younger than that that OKC team they had previously that went to the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they were young too. So it's like I would ultimately probably put it down to I mean, it's probably gonna end up a coaching thing, right? It's gonna be a coaching thing, and then you probably gonna want to bring more vets in as well, like with that core group, because when you have that core group and it's just young guys and maybe bring in a few more older heads, a few more veterans that fit within that system and see what that's gonna do. And I'm talking about a big free agent signing vet. So someone like a KD, someone like that has been there and done that and has won chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they have to go after something like that because they can at the moment. At the moment.
You think KD going back there?
No, I would say he should go back there. If he's gonna go back to the teams like I told you, it should be the Thunder or Golden State. I don't think he should go anywhere else. Okay.
I think OKC would be a good look for him. You already. I mean, we don't know what KD gonna do. We didn't expect him. We didn't. When what was it? July 4th, 2016. Nobody expected that. You know what I mean? Nobody expected him to go out there and do that. So with KD, he gonna want to go somewhere. First of all, he going into year 8. Was it year 18 next year? Yeah, 18, 19, some shit. He ain't trying to go nowhere, start over.
No,
he ain't trying to start over. So right now would be the time for you to go somewhere that's ready made. I mean, we know he want to do that anyway. He already did that. You know what I'm saying? So he already did the unthinkable. So hell, he might go back. So, but OKC, that'd be a good look for him. Go back home. You know what I mean? Not home, but who drafted you. You know what I mean? Go out there and help him try to get a championship. Bring some veteran. You know what I mean? Locker room presence, veteran leadership or whatever. I don't think KD's really the leader guy. You feel what I'm saying? I just think, you know what I mean, KD just, I think he once cared about, you know, legacy. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't going to get me to believe he didn't. You know what I mean? But when people started getting on his top, and rightfully so, about going out to Golden State, being what they had already, then he said, I don't care about that. He cared. He just got tired of hearing about it and kind of sweep it under the rug. So now that he's swept it under the rug, he'll do anything. OKC, Golden State, Boston, hell, who knows? You feel what I'm saying? Who knows? Because with KD, who knows? Who knows? Damn, when he went to Golden State, they were 73-9. He'll go to.
There's a reason why he went to Golden State, man.
If the opportunity presented himself, Austin,
No.
Austin, OKC, Golden State, any mini mighty mo, catch a target by a toe. If I let it go, any mini mighty mo. Well, Boston it is. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So who knows, man? But that'd be a good look for him, though, man. We'll see. Phoenix is done, man. That shit is for sale. It's over with.
Yeah, it's done. I fuck with you, KD, and I like that he wanted to go to a team that played good basketball, and that was his reason why. And I bang with that. You know what I'm saying?
Let that be the reason. You can have it. That's what you want to roll with. That's just his way of trying to keep the heat off of him. Ain't nobody going for that shit. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But yeah, man. So we got the national championship tonight. You know what I mean? But before we get up out of here, bro, I got a question to ask you. Right. First, I want to tell you something, and I'm gonna ask you a question. So you know, the Redeem team got inducted to the NBA Hall of Fame, right?
Okay.
Right. So, you know, what are your thoughts on this? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are your thoughts on in the NBA 2008? Don't tell me. I know I seen it. I know I seen it. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Like, what do you mean? Like the whole team?
Yeah.
It's been in. You can go. You could. I don't really have a. Why are they doing the whole team going into what's the point of that? I don't understand. But you can go. You can talk. You can go off.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this just off the top, real quick, off the top of the dome. When so Carlos Boozer
and Michael Redd, Tayshaun
Michael Redd and Tayshaun Prince now are in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? For the USA 2008 Redeem team. But Jordan, I already know what this is. As soon as I seen it, I know what this is. This is another sympathy vote. Hear me out. Remember how I was talking about, you know, Chris Bosh. He was in Toronto for 7 years, bro. He went to the playoffs twice. That's not a superstar. I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't care what nobody got to say. You know what I mean? Your career started when you got to Miami, and you can look at, you ain't killing no big man. You ain't killing KG, Timmy, Amari, none of those guys like that he shined against. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, you know, hell, Dirk. You know what I mean? Dirk was the one busting his motherfucking ass in 2011. They act like LeBron was out there guarding the motherfucker. He's busting his motherfucking ass. You feel what I'm saying? So I never thought Chris Bosh was a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? And when, you know, so I think it was a sympathy vote when they put him in there for the Hall of Fame, especially first ballot. First ballot Hall of Famer, you telling me you KG. You Tim Duncan and Barkley and Malone and shit. No, you're not that. You feel what I'm saying? So they put him in there for a sympathy vote. Now we fast forward to this right here. We all know Kobe is a Hall of Famer, but this was the sympathy vote to put the Redeem team, because Kobe was on it, in the Hall of Fame. Now I know Kobe's loved, and when somebody that's loved, they pass away, the sympathy for them rises. It rises. It goes even more. You could tell when Kobe passed away, you couldn't say nothing about Kobe's name. Everybody went to the 10th power. To the 10th power. Because when somebody passes away, it just heightens the love and the sympathy and how you miss that person. You can't say nothing about them. That's what this is right here. Kobe was on this Redeem team as well. You know what I mean? After they had bronze in the 2004 Olympics, you know what I'm saying? Who they like to try to blame LeBron for was playing 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And D Wade and Melo and shit. You feel you know what I mean? Melo ain't hardly play at all. You feel what I'm saying? They like to try to blame LeBron for that, which is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Who, like I said, what's 10 minutes? And I was looking up, the 10 minutes and shit. When LeBron was in the game, that league was closing. And they take him out, motherfucker be like, God damn, what you taking me out for? You feel what I'm saying? But this is one of those things. They love Kobe, you know what I mean? And if he wasn't passed away, this 2008 Redeem team, I don't feel would be in the Hall of Fame. But it's showing a little sympathy, you know what I mean? And a sympathy for Kobe, you know what I mean? Because he was also on his team and he's inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. He's inducted to the Hall of Fame. So they're going to induct him in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, induct him twice. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the Redeem team. I don't think it was necessary, you know what I mean? Because now you got Boozer, Tayshaun Prince, and Michael Redd in the Hall of Fame. You feel what I'm saying? And those guys, I mean, come on, man. Like, come on. They're not Hall of Famers. You feel what I'm saying? So they weren't even the top dogs on the fucking Olympic team. You feel me? So it is what it is, though. Well, I mean, I ain't mad about the shit. I'm just saying I don't think it was, if Kobe wasn't passed away, you know what I mean? I don't think they would have done this. He'd have just walked into the Hall of Fame and the 08. How come they ain't put no other 08, no other Olympic teams in the Hall of Fame? Why the 92 Dream Team ain't in there? As much as they talk about them. As much as they. There, huh? No, this is the first. I ain't never seen no team get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Not no Olympic team, nigga. Why is the 92 Dream Team who started, you know what I mean, Barcelona, who made the game global. You feel what I'm saying? Who made it global? Well, why that team ain't in there? Oh, how come it's not in there? So I mean, I know I get it. I know what it's for. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. It's just I don't think it would have happened if Kobe was still here with us. That's all.
They did. The 92 Dream Team, the United States men's Olympic basketball team, was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame as a unit in 2010.
In 2010,
and also into the FIBA Hall of Fame in 2007. Okay. Then I think that it's warranted that I don't mind that the Redeem team got in there because they had a different Michael Jordan's era had a different thing to globalize the game, and for this team, the Redeem team had to redeem what happened previously, how they were getting beat and all that. And then, that team also got put together and it was a great group of talent also. And it's probably one of the best teams that we got to see as well, other than the team that we just seen, right? The team that just won their gold. So I think that it's a different narrative. It's a different reason. It's a different reason like what the 92 Dream Team had. But nevertheless, it was a reason they wanted to put USA back on the map. You know what I'm saying? And they were, and it was exciting. They beat up on teams. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It was an exciting brand of basketball, and they had the best players in the world play, except for obviously the Tayshawns and the Boozers. But even though Boozer was still he was a good basketball player in the NBA. Don't get it twisted now. So I mean, I think it's warranted then. You know what I mean? I think that it's good that they put that team in there. Because it's not just I just don't like how they put the 92 Dream Team and act like no other team was probably just as good as them or whatever the case may be. Like I understand that they definitely were playing against inferior opponents, and the Dream Team, I mean the Redeem team had to play against better teams. You know what I'm saying? And the team this year had to play against even better teams.
So I wonder, is the 2012 team gonna get inducted into it? Because I honestly, you know what I mean, I didn't even whether I know or remember the 92 Dream Team getting in there. So it makes sense. It makes sense now. You feel what I'm saying? I think it make a little more sense now. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you say, they wanted to redeem from losing in 04 and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. I just think that's just what I
think. The 2012, no.
No. All right. Well, I know I've been watching that motherfucking national championship game tonight. You feel me? It's gonna be lit. It's coming on here shortly. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Anything else you want to say, man?
No. It was
and we could come back to that Ovechkin and
I think we should have a big topic on that. Trying to get some more people on there. I might want to figure. I'm gonna just message PK Subban, see if he wants to come on the show, bro. Because he's
No,
I don't know him, but why not try? You know what I'm saying?
Well, shoot your shot, baby. Shit, keep shooting, baby. You know what I'm saying? Keep on shooting. Yeah, man. So listen, man, for the ones that's watching right now, for the ones that stuck around, for the ones that poked in, came out, all that type of shit, peeked in, man, and left out. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button so y'all can be up to date with all things under the lights. Watch that national championship tonight. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about that as well. And at the end of the day, man, fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Oh, my Lord Jesus.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Listen, I got to let the people know. Listen, in case they forgot, Some people got short-term memory, bro. Is it? Are we not the team? Are we not a show that we talk about sports? Can we not remind
It's done with, my nigga.
Whoa. Who the champs? I forgot. Who was the champs?
Yeah, that's done with.
Who won then? Who won the Super Bowl? Who was
The
it?
Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah.
Who was the MVP, Super Bowl MVP?
Jalen Hurts.
No. Wow.
Should have went to that defense. Should have went to that.
For 17 of 22 for 221 yards and the most rushing yards in Super Bowl history? I think not.
I think so. Shutting that shit down.
Hold a minute. Wait a minute. When have they ever gave it? When have they ever gave it to a defense?
They should start doing it. You feel me?
For what? Why would we do that? Why would we disrespect Jalen Hurts?
We need to be able.
Why would we do that? Why would we disrespect Jalen Hurts for going out there and doing what he did in the Super Bowl?
No, I mean, no. Well,
everybody
give
thought
it to him now. I'm saying for the following years, I think they should at least start, because those that like the front four or whoever it may be, if they were what they did, bro, it was historic, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that those type of people should get. I'm not saying like Jalen Hurts can have it now. I'm saying from now on, I think those players should also get recognized. You know what I'm saying? And maybe trying to get an MVP as well, man, because they can influence the game just like, bro. They fucked up that game, bro.
So you're going to give a Super Bowl MVP to a side of the football?
So I'm talking about the what is it, the front four? What is it,
So wait. So the Super Bowl most valuable player is 4 guys, or
yes.
No. I'm sorry. A rotation of 7 guys.
Yes, that 4 guys. Yeah, the 4 or 7 guys, whatever you want to say. Yeah, yo.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God, bro.
That's our show for the day, and we gone.